let's dive more into this idea of engagement being the act of turning your attendees into participants. Okay, so this is my definition of webinar engagement, is to turn your attendees into participants. That is engagement. I have 4 actionable takeaways on this slide that you can literally go implement right now into your webinar strategy to skyrocket your engagement. Number 1, use chat for more than just asking where everyone is from. Has anyone ever been on a webinar where they open the webinar with, hey, tell me where you're from in the chat, and then they never touch the chat again? They never go back to it? It's lame. Yeah, totally. Use chat, drive conversation in the chat. Find reasons to drive yourself as the presenter and your attendees back into that chat function. Number 2, provide handouts throughout the entire webinar. Don't just save them for the end, right? This is, again, about building trust. Your attendees are excited and they are engaged to be here with you. Give them what they need. Maybe that's checklists or ebooks or offers or discounts. And it doesn't all have to be saved for the end of the webinar. You don't have to use the tactic of saving it to the end if the content is relevant and exciting enough to keep their attention. So don't just save it for the end. Do it as much as you can. Number 3, use featured actions to make it super easy for your attendees to take the next step. Featured actions are basically live call to actions that you can drive at any point during the webinar, and it brings you to the exact URL that you want your attendees to go to. If you want them to read that blog post, if you want to bring them to that pricing page, don't make them look around for it. Don't make them guess. Put it exactly where you want them. Make it super easy for them, right? This is about their experience. Okay, and the last one, you'll use polls to personalize the webinar content. I like to use polls to actually inform the content of my webinar. And